can you tell me a bit about your service, please?
I'm Ralph Hamlet. I was in the Royal Air Force. I joined up at the end of 1982, about 6 months after the Falklands finished, because prior to the Falklands, they'd closed all recruitment in all three services. And after the Falklands, they opened it all up again. I'd been waiting 18 months to get in, so I managed to get in. I joined the Royal Air Force as a mechanical transport driver, which is basically a driver. Did my training, basic training, then did my trade training down in Wales, and then was posted to the beautiful area of Norfolk to RAF Marham. The RAF are a bit different to the Army. We get posted to a camp, not a regiment, and we stay there and then just move about. The first 3.5 years there, meet my family here, and then I got posted over to Benson in Oxfordshire, and then I was due to get married, but got sent to the Falklands for a 4-month detachment, so I had to cancel it and wait till I got back from the Falklands. We then were there for a couple of years, and then I went into work one day. The Gulf War had started. That was August, and September, my mates had been sent away, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be next. I know I am. Pre-warned the wife, I most probably have to go quite quick. Got called into work 5 o'clock, and I was gone by 10 o'clock next morning. I was gone to the Falklands, down to the Gulf, sorry. I ended up in Oman, and worked in Oman for a couple of months. I went up to Riyadh, and I was helping with the refueling of the aircraft that are already out there, and worked with them all the way through September, October, November, December. Had Christmas out there, and the war actually started on the 17th of January, but I was lucky enough to get sent back on the 16th of January. So somebody took my place because I've been there for 4 months already, and I landed in the country on the 16th, drove to here in Hunstanton, where my wife was staying with her parents, and the war started while I was asleep that night. So I ended up going back to work and ended up driving around this country, picking stuff to take to ports on a low loader for the next 3 months. And then life went back to some sort of normality. The Air Force carried out a no-fly zone in the Saudi Arabian area for the next 10 years between the two wars. And I got sent out there 3 times. Once to Dhahran for 4 months, once to Riyadh for 4 months, and once to Bahrain for 4 months. We also did other exercises in Oman to practice in case anything else happened, so that we knew what we were doing in the desert a lot more as an Air Force. We also accumulated more within the Army and Navy, so that we were more tri-service and we did things a lot better on the transport side of things. So I also did another 4 months in the Falklands, so I was away for that again. And we also had Bosnia going on in between, and the RAF did a no-fly zone for Bosnia, but worked out of southern Italy. So I had to do 4 months in southern Italy at Gioia del Colle, which is a lot nicer than being in the Army, but that's the perks of being in the Air Force. You get to stay in nice places when we're flying. We send our officers to fight. The Army go and fight themselves. So I did my 4 months out there as well. So obviously I'm away from home a lot. And then obviously we had the second Gulf War. I ended up going to that. And this time, because I was a sergeant, I had a lot more responsibility. I ended up being a convoy commander in Kuwait, going up into Iraq. Taking over a prisoner of war compound so they could erect that, the REME out there, and then taking water barrels up into Basra after the war had finished. And then obviously transporting everybody from down in Kuwait, where they waited to start the war, up into Basra and into Iraq. So we moved the hospitals, supply chain and everything else from there to there. So I did that, and I carried on then till the mid-July, when the temperature was just reaching 55 degrees during the day, which was lovely trying to get into a vehicle in that heat. So we had to wear gloves all the time. And then I returned home from there, and this was 2001-2 by then, and I was due to come out of the Air Force 2 years later. So just before that, I'd been doing the fireman's strike, driving the Green Goddesses and teaching people to drive Green Goddesses, the younger lads. So I'd done that. We finished that off when I got back, and then I just finished my last 18 months and left in 2004. Obviously going to Civ Street, doing a bit of driving, but ended up in Hunstanton. Obviously we had our own helm by here by then. I came out to the Air Force because, as I've just explained, I was away a hell of a lot. And I worked out when I came out of the Air Force, my daughter was 13. and I've been away a total of 7 years of her life, including all the 4-month detachments. And obviously, if we had to drive to Italy, we were away for 2 weeks, courses and everything else. It added up to a long time. So I wanted more family life and more security for my family life, not for monetary wise. And because I've been in the Air Force for 22 years, I got an immediate pension. So that helped, so I didn't have to find a really, really well-paid job. I could just do a normal job, because in Norfolk, obviously, lots of the money isn't fantastic, but I've been okay, and I've been here now for 18 years, and everything's happened. My family have grown up, and I'm now get to where I want to quieten up a little bit now, and just not do as much.